producing and acting in those. Some just acting. Things that done here. Maybe TV films from time to time. There's going to be a group of studios that's going to be built in the Burlington area that's going to have a number of different studios in it, including a couple of which there'll be sitcoms in front of studio audience. So that'd be nice to be in one of those.
Is that reality?
Doesn't have to be a major role. It can be one of the minor roles.
Is that true? They're building studios in the Burlington area? Oh.
And then some of the other stuff that will be done in there will be cooking shows, talk shows, and then they'll have some green screen areas too.
Which they desperately need. Having been on TV up here, they desperately need a green screen.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so you're planning to do more work with film at some point. Film and television. Right.
Certainly.
Somewhat similar, however, in my case, it's a little bit more immediate than 5 to 10 years away. As Mike will attest to, and Casey, because I sent them a script, which I'll ask them about momentarily, but I just completed a screenplay, or teleplay to be more precise, for a TV show titled The New Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, based on the old radio show. And the episode is The Headless Monk. For those who want to look it up, it's old-time radio, Sherlock Holmes free downloads, and then just look for the episode titled Headless Monk from 1946 with Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce as the actors. But it's basically a TV version of that, and I've got outlines for another 3 that would then turn it into a movie if I combine them all together and did some fancy editing. And that's assuming they could ever be made, but that's what I've written up so far. I'm going into writing starting Monday. A screenplay called, tentatively titled anyway, You Need Not Wonder Why, about a group of friends who need to figure out whether or not they can be friends after life-altering experiences through college and various other ins and outs of issues that they're having. I also am going into writing immediately after that, and probably will continue that movie's in production over the summer. Knock on wood, I still have to send the script out to the actresses, but barring them saying no and one of them actually showing up, which would be nice for a change. I've invited her to do 5 things, and she said no to all of them, and it's been over the course of 5 years, yet I've shown up to stuff that she's been a part of. So it's kind of like, hey, turnabout's fair play, show up to this. Anyway, so I did the snap instead of a curse, because I've been cursing enough on my own. I don't need the added unneeded one. So the other one that I'm going to be writing is, I've talked to you guys before about that. I'm not going to divulge on the internet because I don't want anybody to steal it. But rest assured, it's a family-friendly movie, probably a PG-oriented story as opposed to the TV-14 or R-rated movie stuff that I'm currently writing. So that's in the immediate future. Where I'd like to go is trying to set up some way of making the script I'm not talking about into a movie, and then be able to go on a comedy tour talking about discrimination and, matter of factly stating what happened throughout my educational life. Because, let's be honest, the majority of my educational life has been discrimination of various kinds, but most notably by the senator's wife. So that will be, again, subject for another series of podcasts. So that's what I have going on. And Mike, we know that you're moving, but what else have you got?
I would say in the near term, nothing very exciting. Unlike the
No
two of
moves.
you, no. I've pretty much given up on any political ambitions. And unlike the two of you, who seem to have both a short-term and long-term plan, I don't know what's going to happen next. It's difficult to picture anything beyond really, the next month, which is going to be moving, setting up a place elsewhere, and from that point, I don't know. I mean, there's the ideal situation, which would be that I acquire my teaching license down there, can teach during the school year, and then have the summer off, and I would spend the summer up here. That would be the ideal situation. Not that that's necessarily going to happen, but if I could draw out a perfect script, it would be to spend the better part of 9 months there working, and then have the summer off and spend it here, probably just, maybe living at a rental place just for a few months. And that way I could get the best of both worlds. Because the summer here is much nicer than the summer back home. So,
Thought the winter back home was better than the summer.
Exactly. So that would be the ideal situation. What will probably happen is I'll spend a great deal of time digging a ditch that I plan to jump into, and cover myself with dirt.
Well, when you get to the Grand Canyon, let me know. I'll look you up.
But on the political note, probably, well, there's a couple of things I'd like to do politically.
One of which is?
I'll name them both, but briefly, one of them would be on the state level, in the House, in the State House. I know it's weird that it's called the State House, and then it's composed of both houses in the State House. So I have to say the House and the State House. And the other one.
Wait a second. Are we talking D.C. or are we talking here in Vermont?
We're talking Vermont.
Okay. Now, what would that be? What would you want to do?
You just want to be a member of the House of Representatives for the state of Vermont.
Yeah, and the other one, politically, that I have been thinking about, may or may not do, but if I were to do it, is running for mayor of Burlington, and if I were to do it, like Hunter S. Thompson did in Colorado, I would run on the freak ticket.
Casey, I think now is the time to announce your candidacy for mayor of Burlington. There's an election forthcoming in, a year? Announce your candidacy right here, right now. Are you running for mayor of Burlington, Vermont?
I will run for mayor of Burlington, Vermont on the freak ticket.
On the freak ticket.
So is
code
word
for those of you who are familiar with Hunter S. Thompson, you will understand that.
For those of you who are not and are like me, good luck not making a joke.
And vote Casey Khoury while you're joking.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could vote up here, I'd definitely vote for him. Not that that means anything to anybody, but
I could run your campaign, Casey, from a distance. It's pretty easy to run for mayor in Burlington, and I think you would garner.
It's pretty easy to run for the border, too.
Yeah.
Just hope the border's a female.
Oh!
Oh.
You didn't see that one coming. That's what
No.
you said.
And that's it from the political scene.
So, all right. So,
Yeah.
just to kind of wrap things up,
Other than the three.
we have Casey, whose goal is to work with film, but also be the mayor of Burlington.
Right.
Nate, who's going to continue writing films, directing films, editing films, and me, who's going to be a
The Cincinnati
grave
kid.
digger who will eventually jump into one of the larger holes he digs.
Stop talking cryptically.
I am the crypt keeper.
Well, you know.
You certainly don't look at you.
Well, you know.
You just got buried for your own joke. How do you like that?
Just don't dance on my grave.
Speaking of
That's
that,
what she said.
why do they put the fence around cemeteries?
Don't fence me
To keep the dead in?
Because people are dying to get in.
Ah, very nice.
Dig yourself another hole while you're...
Yeah, alright. And then remember, everyone, this is from the future mayor of Burlington, so...
The former future mayor.
You just killed your candidacy with that one.
Oops.
Everyone who'd vote for you is already dead.
And that's all the ones we know of.
Now this.
I think you should present this idea about running for mayor to someone at the college. Yeah.
Sandy.
No. Take it to Brenda first.
Don't do that. She'll bake you a cake with a turkey baster. It's that best of luck.
Whoa. Yeah, I will not be having a piece of that.
Enough for the test tube babies.
Wow. Casey.
I was at least subtle with mine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if your candidacy wasn't dead before, it is now.
Hook, line, and turkey baster.
Oh.
That's what she said. Coin at the magnificent. Ready?
Let's have it.
Okay. Hook, line, and turkey baster. What are the three things that women need to have kids without a guy?
The old hook, eh?